Finance Minister Davendranath Tancoo says he is intrigued by the amount of foreign exchange being mentioned in relation to payment fees for artistes involved in the One Caribbean Music Festival and has requested an investigation. This, even as the negative fallout from Adidja, Vybz Kartel, Palmer and other foreign acts pulling out of the event continued yesterday. According to the event's organizers, Vybz Kartel had received $950,000 of a contractually obligated $1.3 million before his decision to pull out of the concert due to their failure to meet the contractual agreements. Kartel's Jamaican countrymen, Sizzla Kalonji, Malie Don and Arvishin, as well as Ghanaian-American singer Molly, also pulled out of the event for similar contractual issues. Contacted yesterday for a comment on the issue of the organizers being unable to secure the U.S. currency to complete payment to Kartel and the figure being touted, due to the forex issues the country was experiencing, Tancoo said, "I am also intrigued by the amount of foreign exchange being mentioned in the media reports as having been involved in this venture, and I expect in other similar ventures. I have requested the Ministry of Finance to investigate and report on the very questions you raised." He added, "Just to be clear, this is a fact-finding effort. Our Prime Minister and government is fully supportive of private sector development of foreign exchange generators, including the commercialization of the music and entertainment industry towards greater contribution to our country's gross domestic product. We will share the results of this inquiry when we get same." And while there was no report of any financial impropriety, Acting Police Commissioner Junior Benjamin believes the matter warrants an investigation, particularly given the fact that one of the main promoters has a pending criminal charge. "It might be something of great concern. And that is something I would probably want to engage them, Financial Intelligence Bureau and Financial Intelligence Unit, to see exactly what is our take on that matter as it relates to that situation. But I can't say that there's no report for us to work on in relation to that." He added, "But, nevertheless, these are things that, again, we are going to look at based on the information that we've received, in the media and other places. And again, I would engage the FIB to see if there is anything there for us to look at." Meanwhile, Justice Minister Wayne Sturge gave a measured response when contacted yesterday. "Given my 28 years working in the criminal justice system as well as my new role, I suggest that it might be best for you to direct your questions to the Commissioner of Police and the FIU for obvious reasons. I wouldn't want, by my answer, to be seen as either influencing the FIU or FIB, or alerting anyone who may be the subject of any possible probe," he said. Saturday's event was reportedly sold out, but the attendance was poor, as many patrons did not bother to attend due to Kartel's absence and instead demanded a refund. Videos of irate attendees venting their frustrations by storming the stage, throwing bottles or even dancing half-naked made their way around social media yesterday, as thousands tuned in to witness the unfolding debacle at the Queen's Park Savannah, Port of Spain. The organizers said they are committed to addressing how patrons will be reimbursed. An official acknowledged that some form of compensation may be necessary and noted that this will be discussed and finalized in the coming days. Ticket prices ranged from $670 for general admission to $2,700 for VVIP. In a video posted to his Instagram account on Saturday evening, Kartel apologized to Trinidadian fans while also referring to past meetings with the promoters to discuss his appearance at the event. Kartel said despite missed deadlines and concerns over the payment of fees, he urged his manager, TJ, to show some flexibility and give the promoter a bly in a bid to work with him. TJ reluctantly give you a bly. You missed deadline after deadline, me beg for you. I say TJ give him a bly. Remember you, the promoter, wanted to keep the show during Carnival. I tell you, you cannot do that. Don't mess with the culture." He added that he felt some degree of responsibility for the outcome as he believed not every promoter could handle a Vybz Kartel event, but still maintained his respect for T&T's government and its people. Foreign investors. According to Guardian Media's investigations, the One Caribbean Music Festival was bankrolled by a United States-based company with operations in Trinidad and Tobago. Guardian Media viewed financial documents related to the initial talks about a concert. The U.S.-based company was approached by a local businessman, who is friends with Cartel, to invest in the music festival. They provided more than $5 million in funding, with the agreement that it would receive more than $10 million in earnings. As claimed by the festival's organizers, Vybz Kartel did receive around $900,000 over several payments. The payments were transferred directly to Palmer's accounts. However, the final transfer of funds to Palmer's accounts encountered difficulty on Indian Arrival Day due to the holiday. The U.S. organization sought desperately to work around the issue. Eventually, with the help of multiple business partners in the U.S., they managed to pool the money owed to Cartel. The Jamaican was told he just had to collect a check in Miami. He allegedly refused. Still trying to make the deal work, the U.S.-based company offered collateral in the form of 4T and T-based condominiums to Cartel. The offer was for the condos to be placed in Cartel's name until they could transfer the money owed to the musician on the Monday following the concert. Cartel wanted a single transfer of the funds. It's unclear what terms were agreed to in the contract between Cartel and the local event company. Representatives of the U.S.-based company said it will seek legal redress for the collapsed deal, as it is now at risk of losing millions of dollars. It said while it is now accepted that it will suffer a loss, it will try to recover as much money as possible from the local partner. Jacho Entertainment Limited, the event's promoter, as listed on the One Caribbean Music Festival website, is Jacho Entertainment Limited. According to company registry documents, Jacho Entertainment Limited is a San Fernando-based entertainment, events and promotions company. It was incorporated in 2015. Its two directors are O'Dane Anderson, events promoter, and Patel Jones, senior accountant. In August 2020, Anderson, whose address is listed as the same address in the company registry, was one of two men charged with the possession of $94.8 million worth of cannabis for trafficking after being arrested in Charleville. According to police reports, officers of the Central Intelligence Bureau, the Northern Division Gang Unit, and the Interagency Task Force, IATF, with support from officers of the Customs and Excise Department and Port Security, intercepted a container at Colahall Road, Charleville, Chaguanas. The container reportedly left the Port of Spain on the same day. On searching the container, officers found 958 boxes containing what officers believed to be marijuana, which weighed 947.64 kilograms. Guardian Media contacted Anderson and sent questions on whether patrons will be refunded and what recourse will be taken against Cartel. Yesterday morning, Anderson said he was meeting with his attorneys to see what, if any, actions can be taken against the artistes for not performing.